Good morning, Adya.
Good morning.
I have been fortunate that many times when my eyes are closed and I have a good meditation, I come to the unconditioned awareness that feels so good. But once I open my eyes, initially the world is beautiful, but then I sort of get lost in the details of the world. I start losing that feeling. I start becoming involved with it, and then I'm back to the condition.
Yes.
So makes me want to keep my eyes closed the rest of my life.
Understandable. There's been people who've tried that, but it's not a viable option, is it?
No, I have a busy life. I want to continue with my life,
Of
and my
course.
eyes open. I'm an eye doctor, so
Well, that's what...
irony of ironies.
Yes.
But
life is here to be lived. Yes.
The question is, how do I stop from being lost in the perception of the world and
get rid of
visual
yourself.
perception?
Now, if I was a really good Zen teacher, I'd leave it at that and dismiss you, but I'm not yet. See, the thing is as long as there is any identification with this me, then it modifies. So the me, when you meditate, the me is like, it's not saying this, but it feels safe and relaxed. It's not challenged. It doesn't have to be in a relationship. So the me kind of goes, ah. It becomes open and vast, and I feel very peaceful. I feel very good. But of course, if what we're experiencing is the me opening and becoming vast and peaceful and happy, then we're still in the realm where when challenged, the me can immediately become contracted, fearful or whatever, and that becomes difficult. So, it's not really a matter of how do I bring that state that I'm in when I close my eyes and I'm being quiet and meditating or whatever, sitting silently, into my everyday world. It's just going the next step. You see, because as long as there's identity in this me, it views life as a threat. And I don't mean you're going around viewing life as a threat, like, obviously or very consciously, but I mean in a deep way, it opens its eyes and it goes into relationship, and it's like, okay, now I'm necessary. That's the me, right? Now now I have to be here. I have to negotiate my way through life. I have to be in a relationship with life and do this and do that. And now I'm necessary. And the truth is, it's not necessary. But as long as it thinks it's necessary, it's going to get up every time your body gets up from that silent place. It's going to think, I'm necessary. I'm necessary because I think that that's who I am.
Thank you.
Does it make sense?
Yes.
I can't give you, here's the three this 3-step process to get rid of that, to make it not happen. It doesn't really work in that way anymore. Never did. But again, underline this. This is why I always mention this, like the last or a couple people ago mentioned of maybe the inquiry does or doesn't resonate. But it's why I always emphasize this knowing, this realization of what you really are. We're kind of programmed our minds that when we feel very good and very relaxed and very at peace and very expanded, something goes, okay, this is what I wanted. Great, I'll be this, and I'll sit in this, and I'll enjoy this, and it's wonderful. And it stops being, and at that moment, it's like, I feel good, I'm no longer interested in truth. I'm not saying we say that to ourselves, but in essence, as soon as when someone feels really rotten, when their life is being completely torn to shambles, that's when they usually get interested in essential matters. But the problem is usually as soon as they start to feel better, they recover from their illness, they get over their divorce, they're not depressed. As soon as they recover, their little me recovers with them. Right? And no longer, they're not interested in, essential things anymore. And it's just, so I'm kind of blowing something up in a bigger proportion than you're experiencing, but it's to make a point. And the point is, it's great that you sit and you can experience that openness and peace. That's great. And the answer, and the only answer to the question you're asking me about, what about when I'm living, is even when you're open, expanded, and feeling really good, what are you? That's what you're experiencing, yes. What is it that's experiencing that?
And I do, when I am consciously asking that question, when that question really comes up,
Good.
even in the world of things,
Good.
I feel that feeling, and it feels great. Just want to make it all the time. Thank you, Adya.
It happens when it happens. But see, the world is just as valuable as moments of silence. Moments of silence can be very valuable, very important. The world is equally as important because the world will show us what we're grasping to. Whatever triggers you back into smallness is you should say, whoa, wait, what is that? Exactly what just triggered me into smallness. What is it that did it? Which doesn't mean, what did they do that did it? Or what did the world do that did it? Because the truth is, they have no power over you. The world has no power at all over you. It's all an internal act. They did something, somebody did something, the environment did something, and your mind decided to interpret it in a way that makes you feel small, or contracted, or angry, or jealous, or fearful. And those are really valuable moments. Like, wait a minute. The body is a very accurate truth meter. The body will go into discord as soon as we're not in harmony with truth. If you know nothing about truth whatsoever, your body goes into discord. It doesn't feel right. It gets nervous, it gets upset, it gets this, like that, and we're actually physically hooked up to when we move in ways that are out of harmony with truth. The body is not comfortable. When we're moving in ways that are in harmony with truth, the body feels very comfortable. So it is a fantastic barometer. So as soon as your barometer starts to feel discord, it's a time to go, okay, this body is going into discord, not because of anything that's happening, but because of something my mind's telling me about what's happening. And then you can see, as I said last night, you can get very specific, exactly what am I telling myself that's shrinking me? And take that discipline to get very precise. Exactly what am I telling myself right now to cause my own suffering or to cause my own limitation? Because sometimes you can't just kind of wait till it all goes away, Sometimes you have to just get in there and really look at it. And you never know if one thing you look at is going to be sort of the linchpin to a whole lot of other things, Sometimes you just open one little annoying thought pattern and all of a sudden hundreds collapse along with it. You never know. That's the beauty of the world, of other people, of chaotic environments. When you start to take seriously that nothing can cause you to suffer except yourself and your own mind, you're really onto something. You're no longer just a disempowered being floating aimlessly in the universe, just hoping everything works out right for you. You realize that actually human beings are going around creating their own virtual reality. So I know in the hip, popular sense, they talk about creating your own reality. No, you're not. You're creating your virtual reality. You're not creating reality. Get over it. You're creating your virtual reality, your dream, your imagination. And then your body is listening to it and feeling what it's told to feel and sensing what it's told to sense through your imagination, through your virtual reality. Once you realize that, you realize you're not just aimlessly at the whims of everything. You realize it's all an inner job. You're just experiencing your inner virtual reality. And a well-placed question can turn it upside down.